President William Ruto today chaired a meeting with various stakeholders at State House to discuss strategies to deal with the heavy rains and flash floods wreaking havoc across the country. According to the president, the Kenya Defence Forces has joined in efforts to provide relief to those affected.
I already told the National Youth Service to provide some land for us to relocate some of the people who are in the most dangerous parts of Nairobi. I had a conversation with Governor yesterday. I had a conversation with the DG of NYS. I had a conversation with the Ministry of ASAL and the CS Malonza. Also asked the military, and I'm happy the Minister for Defense is here, to provide some of the capabilities they have to support citizens.
Shortly after the meeting, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua announced the formation of a floods emergency response team. Those affected will receive food aid and other basic items.
Internally displaced persons will be facilitated to find alternative settlement. In extreme cases, the National Youth Service will provide shelter to the most vulnerable members of our society. We request the people of Kenya to cooperate in this exercise for their own safety and those of their families.
The government will also provide daily alerts about the rain and floods situation.
The next week indicate that the country will receive above normal rainfall across the country. In that regard, all members of the public are urged to exercise caution while traveling and where they are in lowlands to move to higher grounds.
Lands Cabinet Secretary Alice Wahome has attributed the floods crisis to unplanned construction, saying the government will soon review the national land policy.
It gives us very quick indication that the planning has an issue, and we know as a country that we have not been very faithful to the planning regulations and laws. We have infringed right, left, center, taking shortcuts, and that's why some of these challenges, including construction of our infrastructure, we need to rethink how we do it. By end of the National Land Policy Review, we'll be making very clear recommendations on how the county and the national government need to work in terms of planning so that all these shortcuts and games are put to an end.
Meanwhile, the Federation of Kenya Employers has called on the government to act fast and provide relief to those displaced by the floods.
Although we appreciate the current heavy rains, the reality is that it's also wreaking havoc all over the country, including this region, and we need to make efforts. The political leadership needs to make effort to address this, to alleviate the suffering of Kenyans.
Unfortunately, we will have to move some of them even without them agreeing, because otherwise they put themselves in danger.
Muriel Adhiambo, K24 TV, Nairobi.